Ready?
Look at that blue jay.
Where? What happened?
I've seen him a bunch.
What happened to him?
Yeah.
His hair's all gone.
Yeah. I've seen him a bunch though, so he's obviously fun.
He's bald. Oh.
It's on that bird. It's got like a red thing on it.
Is the female red-winged blackbird? This is why we can't film here. Okay, you ready? Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games.
And
board gamey things.
Exactly. If the camera's a little bit janky, it's whatever. It is what it is. We're in our dining room again today because it's too hot in the studio to film. And we got AC in here, and that's pretty darn good, don't you think?
Yeah, but every time the AC's on, you complain that it's too cold.
It is too cold, Jeff. It blows right directly on
Amy's
me.
like, it's too hot. It's too cold. She's like Goldilocks.
Yeah, nothing is just right unless you're at Disney World, which we will be soon. All right, we're back again today with another board game snapshot.
Baja! Got you. Baja!
For anybody that doesn't know, our board game snapshot videos are where we do 5 mini reviews or previews depending on the game. We've got 5 games. Not gonna lie to you, we have not been playing board games recently, like since Seattle. We haven't physically played the game. I have. I've played some solo games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wonder why. Is it because it's summer? Maybe.
It might be because it's summer. It might be
got a
because
lot
we're
going on.
so busy.
Yeah.
And it's just overwhelming to then have to also learn a board game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But we have like a huge stack of games that I really, really, really want to play. Like we've recently had an influx of some pretty cool looking games. Yeah. So we got to get back into it.
Agreed.
When Sarah and Ben move here, maybe.
They're never moving here.
We'll see. All right. So to start, we will let you know if the games have been gifted to us, if it's sponsored, whatever. So let's get started. I'm going to actually start with a new game from Thunderworks Games called Fliptoons. And Thunderworks did send us a copy of this game. And actually, before we even got it in the mail, I was like, what's this? Because it was on BGA in alpha.
Yep.
And I just randomly invited Jeff and Nick. I almost called him Nick.
You did call him Nick.
No, I almost called him Mark and then called him Nick. Mike.
Nick and Mark Murphy.
I mean, do you guys know Mark Murphy?
Mark Murphy,
He's
the other brother.
He's one of the other brothers. Anyways, and we played it and didn't know anything about it, and then got a copy. I took it to Seattle, and then we played it in person. But you didn't play it with us. No. But you played it online with us. I played it on BJ, yeah. Anyways, long story short, this is Fliptoons from Thunderworks Games, which I believe they just released at Gen Con. Here's something about this game. It doesn't look like a Thunderworks game at all. It has rubber arm art. Is that what it's called? Rubber hose.
Rubber hose.
Rubber hose art, kind of like Cuphead style. And basically, in this game, what you are doing is you're going to have a grid of cards in front of you, and those are your cards, right? Throughout the game, you are going to be collecting these like points or money or whatever in order to either dismiss your cards or to gain new cards that you will eventually be playing out into the grid in front of you. It's kind of a bit of a deck builder and deck shedder, I guess. Tableau builder. The reason why you're doing that is because you're trying to score points, believe it or not. And all of the cards have different point values, and some of them, as you are buying like new cards, will have special abilities and triggers powers and triggers. Some of them will stack, some of them will discard at the end of the round, and then you're going to continue to play until I believe the stack is gone, and then you score your points. So really you're just trying to optimize like the cards that you get, because they almost work on a bit of a conveyor belt. So something that you really want might cost like 13, but in a couple of rounds, it might only cost 7, but somebody might buy it before then. So you have to wait of whether or not like it's important enough for you to buy. And it's really fun. I really, really liked it enough to like throw it in our bag for Seattle to take and want to play again. And everybody around the table that we played with really enjoyed it too. It's quick, it's simple, it's not as in-depth as most of like Thunderworks games are. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just totally like different from really, I think, anything that they've done.
Yeah, I mean, good for them for
Yeah.
I mean, they've done some stuff outside of their normal.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Metro Runner, which is
sure. Yeah, that's true.
Somewhat outside their normal.
That's true. But I really liked it. So this would be for people who enjoy card style games. It's relatively straightforward. There's a lot of like card triggers that you need to look out for. You could try it out on BGA. I don't know if it's still in alpha or beta, but it's on there somewhere. And it doesn't take very long to play. And I think it's really fun. And I like the art style. So that is Fliptoons.
The rubber hose stuff seems to be.
Yeah. And it's all animals, and it's really silly, and like the caterpillar is whatever, because you have to pay like $5 to dismiss from your tableau, but if you get the butterfly, then you can dismiss a caterpillar for free, and basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of card synergy in it.
Definitely, yeah. And there is interaction, because some of the cards, it's like if you have the most camels, then you'll get X points or whatever. But if you don't, then you get 0. And so you kind of have to manage and watch what everybody else is doing too. So there's some interaction there.
All right. First one up for me. We don't actually own a physical copy.
Yeah,
we played this in Seattle at our friend Charlie's. And we played it with Nick Murphy, brother of Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Mark Murphy's brother.
Over at Brothers Murph. Go check them out. Le Havre is a Uwe game with very Uwe-like systems. Ultimately, what you're doing in this game is it like ports?
Yeah, ports.
You're kind of progressing through these like port systems in order to, as you would suspect, gain resources or money in order to, every time every person goes through to the end of this harbor section.
Yeah, like a track.
You have to feed your people. Just like every
so annoying.
As you progress through this game, you are going to get access to different like building types, and that's ultimately the engine you're trying to produce in this game, is getting enough resources in order to build new buildings, which will allow you to turn different resources into better resources that you then can ship off. Once you have a dockyard and once you have built a ship, you then can start selling things for a ton of money. Yeah. And currency is the victory point threshold of this game. That all being said, if you've played a fair amount of Uwe games, if you've played Agricola, you've played Caverna, you've played Hallertau, etc., Le Havre is pretty similar, just with kind of a different theme and just a slight twist on how all of those things interact.
Yeah,
I very much liked it. It shot up to be one of my favorite Uves very quickly. Jamie and I did not do well.
No. And
that being said, though, Nick kept skipping my turn.
He did. Yeah, it's a weird, so like how the turn structure works, it's like you're kind of going in a loop. So whoever's in the front or the back, I don't know. I don't remember now. They have to jump to the front, and Nick was doing the opposite one by accident. I find the track thing a little bit confusing.
No, it's like
a conveyor belt.
Yeah,
but
it's
going
like
in
a
the
conveyor belt.
way.
If you're in last and there's no spaces, then you have to go all the way to the front again.
Yes, and then you trigger something.
You trigger the new like market phase.
Yeah.
And the feeding your people.
Ugh, yeah. And it is a bit of like worker placement. So you can block spaces from other people. And like you can, like Jeff said, you could build buildings in front of you, and then people have to like pay you to go to your buildings. But obviously you have to pay to build those buildings, and there's certain worker placement spots that you could build a building for free. And then there's going to be general buildings that come up, and that's going to build out. And then you want to be building these ferries. Yeah. There's just so much going on. And it seemed like always where I wanted to go, somebody else was. I'm like, could you guys please?
Yeah, what I think is really interesting about it is like the building market. So the market has all of these buildings in it that you ultimately want to get access to in order to,
and they get better and better and
amplify your
economy or whatever it is.
But you can only access what's on top, and so you can kind of see what's coming. And again, a lot of these buildings will trigger off of each other. There's only so many like ports that you can get, and the ports allow you to build ships, which allow you to trade for more coin and that sort of thing. But if someone buys it when it's not your turn, then you have to wait until another one becomes available. It can be very annoying.
Yeah, and I liked how the resources worked, because like as you're moving along the track, wherever you land, it'll give you options. And you're like, okay, either I'm going to take the coins, or I'm going to take the food, or I'm going to take the fish, or I'm going to take the whatever. And then all of those resources can be upgraded into better resources. Like wheat can be upgraded into bread, and that feeds more people. And like a piece of fish upgrades into more fish, a school of fish or something like that. So I thought that was interesting.
And each turn, kind of like these areas that have all these resources on them are going to get more resources accumulated on their space if they're not taken. So like it gets harder and harder to ignore some of the spaces that maybe have like 5 fish on them, and it's like, oh man, that's a lot of fish. I need to go here to get the fish. But then someone else takes the fish, and you're like, God.
Yeah.
Like you plan all of these turns to take the fish, and then someone takes the fish from you.
It's an optimization puzzle is what it is.
For
and
sure.
what I will say, as someone who is known for not liking feeding their people, rather they just find their own food, honestly. It didn't take that long to build up an engine in order to be able to do that pretty consistently.
It's not as punishing as like Agricola.
I only had to take a loan once, but if you can't feed your people, then you have to take a loan. And obviously for a loan, there's a spot on the track where you have to pay interest on your loan. So you want to pay them off pretty quickly, or you're losing more money. But I found that I was able to get there at a good enough speed that I wasn't so annoyed by the end that I couldn't feed my people.
Yeah, it's not like Agricola where you take like the bagger tokens and it's just like negative points. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
But there's that blue jay again.
We have a bald blue jay. Has anybody ever seen that before? Like, what happened?
A bald jay.
A bald jay. Like my brother.
Anyway, that is Le Havre. I very much enjoyed it. Definitely one of my, recency bias aside, one of my favorite movies, I think, that I've played.
Yeah, not my favorite. I still think Hallertau's up there for me, for my favorite, and even Glass Road.
Yep.
But at New York Zoo, hello, hello, Patchwork, hello. Anyways, all right. Next up from Cavern Wire Games, we have Gnomes and Wizards, and they did sponsor this portion of the video. So I'm going to give you a little overview of the game to help you figure out whether or not it's a good fit for you. And if it is, I will have links, everything you need to know in the description below. If you recognize the name Cavern Wire, I recently did a video on their game Vines, which went to Kickstarter, which actually did quite well. So this is a very different game from Vines, but let's learn a little bit about Gnomes and Wizards. Long ago, the gnomes and the wizards laughed and drank around the fire together. They lived peacefully amongst one another and used their magic to protect the land by fending off any unwanted hordes. Times changed when the gnomes and wizards discovered the power crystals. They learned with this power they were able to charge their abilities, allowing them to cast extraordinary spells. Both gnomes and wizards became territorial over the power crystals, which eventually led them to war. Now, the two sides have formed tribes to raise arms against the other factions. The disturbance of the power crystals has caused an energy imbalance, producing violent earthquakes. The earth crumbles away, isolating these two armies to fight their last battle. This is war. The objective of the game is to build up your tribe and defeat as many opponent units through the mixture of attacks and spell casting. Each player represents a tribe comprised of a leader and 6 other units called clans. Each clan has mastered a unique ability and has the opportunity to learn additional abilities to help your tribe be victorious. The game is played out over a series of 10 rounds. As the battle progresses, the ground begins to quake, chipping away at the rock that lies beneath your feet. At the end of the last round, each player counts up their points based on how many enemy units they defeat and how much remaining health points they have among their active units. The player with the highest score takes the victory and control over the power crystals. So that's a little bit about Gnomes and Wizards. This is kind of like a battle royale style game where things start to kind of chip away. There's 4 different tribes you can be. There's 2 different kinds of gnomes, 2 different kinds of wizards, and it also offers a ton of different game variants and even a solo mode. So if you're a solo player, it might be something you're interested in. But like I said, I'm going to put the links. Everything that you need is going to be in the description. If Gnomes and Wizards sounds like it might be a good game for you, it is very fitting because Jeff and I are currently rewatching all of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I'm reading the books, and there are wizards in Lord of the Rings. Are there gnomes? Not that I know of. Hobbits.
Goblins.
Goblins. Are gnomes like hobbit goblins? Kind of.
No, gnomes are like the little like forest creature things, aren't they?
Maybe. Here's a picture of the back of the box. Anyways, like I said, information in the description, and shout out to Cavern Wire for sponsoring this portion of the video.
All right, next up from Korea Board Games, we have Expedition. This is not sponsored.
No, it was gifted to us from our friend
This
Charlie.
was gifted to us from our friend Charlie. We did play his copy while we were in Seattle. Expedition is pretty straightforward deck builder. I think the best way to describe it is kind of like this pseudo Quest for El Dorado meets deck building.
Yeah, kind of. And it's almost like not a roguelite or like, but like, do you know what I mean? Where you get so far and you have to go back.
Each one of your turns is kind of like almost like its own little roguelite.
Yeah, it's like you're doing a run.
Yeah, each turn you're kind of doing a run. You can like kind of... Let me just explain before I get into that. The board is a bunch of like hexagonal tiles, and all of those tiles have different terrain types or like treasure that you can dig up. You can essentially choose to dig or move, or a combination of those two things. And what you're trying to do is get to specific relic tiles that are at the very end of the board. And it's very challenging to get there early game.
Yeah.
You really need to build up your deck, which allows you to gain cards that allow you to move further, maybe do special abilities, dig for more value, treasure, and that sort of thing. Again, in the attempt to build up your deck so that you can get further and further along. Because not only do you need to move to the end of the board, but you then also have to be able to dig for the relic.
Yes.
Because you can like reveal a relic, but then if you can't dig for it or get it, someone else can then go just steal it.
Yeah, then they know where
from
it
you.
is.
Exactly, because you don't know where the relics are to start the game. You know the region that they can be in, but you don't know the specific tiles that they're in. So you need to kind of like go explore, find it, but then again, you might be revealing it for someone else to then go steal it from you.
Yes.
Very straightforward, very straight and easy mechanisms. If you like games like Quest for El Dorado or, you know, I don't want to say Dominion because it's not straight deck building like that, but if you like deck building in general, in a simplistic kind of way, don't know how readily available it is.
Yeah, I do think that somebody, possibly Capstone, is going to be publishing it for like North America. So I remember Charlie saying something like that.
I do that. I remember that as well.
Yeah.
That being said, if you are able to find a Korean version, it is pretty much language independent. Yeah. Other than the rules and that sort of thing, but like I'm sure there's a translation online. It's also very straightforward.
Yes.
I very much enjoyed it, even though I did absolutely terribly. The game ends when a certain threshold of relics are obtained by one player, and they just win. Yeah. I don't think I ended with any relics. Jeff was the only one that did. I think I found one and revealed it, and then someone else came and took it. It is really important that I wasn't doing a great job at deck building, per se. I was trying to I kept trying to run up the map too quickly, and it did not bode well for me near the end of the game. Basically,
like you've got your deck, and then you'll play however many cards, get as far as you can. Then you make a decision at the end of your turn. Do I want to go back home
and get all my cards
and get your cards back and also be able to like maybe get more cards, or do you keep going and push it because you don't know what cards you're going to be drawing?
But you have
in
to
your
have the
next
cards
hand.
in order to stay.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyways, it's a little bit of like a push and pull that way. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like you can play this with kids. It's ages 8 and up. I think it would be a great like intro deck building in a similar way that El Dorado is. But this has a little bit more meat to it than El Dorado. In a way, it's a different game, but like it has kind of similar mechanics in that like, you know, the way that you can move on certain tiles depends on the cards that you have. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was cute. It was fun. It was quick. It was it was good.
Played in under an hour for sure at 4. Yeah, it says 50 on the box, and I think that's probably pretty accurate. Yeah. With teach and everything too.
For sure. Cool.
That is Expedition from Korea Board Games.
Yes. Okay, last but not least, we have Unstoppable by Sir John D. Clare. I do declare. Now, what were you guys doing What were you playing? That Nick and I were like, we're going to do our own thing. Brian Boru. So Jeff was playing Brian Boru with some people, and Nick, Mark's brother, he was like, I want to show you Unstoppable because I think you're going to love it.
Just to be clear, I was playing Brian Boru with Charlie, Sam, and Mark.
Yeah, Mark. I don't know where Mike was that whole trip.
No,
so weird. Anyways, so Nick wanted to show me Unstoppable because he thought I would love it, and surprise, surprise, he was right. I love this game. It's so great. So everybody knows I love John D. Clare's games. This, one of his most famous mechanisms is card crafting. Okay. Now this game has card crafting in it. And basically what you're doing, now me and Nick played co-op, but it's primarily a solo game. You have your faction, and this is a deck building card crafting style game. This was sent to us from Renegade, so shout out to Renegade. I am planning on doing a solo mode video for this over on Board Game Geek because I just want to play it again. So you are playing as a faction. You will have a starter deck, and then enemies are going to be coming up that you need to fight. And so on your turn, you have I think you have like 3 actions that you can spend. You can, of course, win more actions. You can gain actions with card play, and certain cards are going to trigger off of cards. But basically, you're playing out cards in order to fight off the enemies that are then going to be attacking you, because if they kill you, game over, game end. And the enemies are all different, like, difficulty levels. Some of them have more attack, some of them have more, like, defense, and all of this stuff. Another thing that you could do on your turn is you can deck build. You can get more cards, and you can upgrade cards as well. And that's where all of these, like, card crafting stuff. So you're upgrading your cards to make them better and better. There is a boss fight that you will have to do, and you're essentially trying to, like, destroy the boss and their ship and, like, all of these things. It's very, very difficult. Nick and I did not win.
Solo games are, like,
yeah,
brutal.
It's so hard. Like,
but I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
If you're playing co-op, then you're each fighting your own enemies. So the cards are also, I should mention, on the opposite side of the card is an enemy. Right? So you're like pulling out enemies that are going to then be added into your hand. You like slip them into a sleeve and all of that. It's just, there's so much going on in this game, but it's not complicated to, like, once you get into it, you're like, all right, I'm in the groove. I know what I'm doing, but it is very difficult. And, like, if you're playing co-op, you can help the other person. So, like, I can use my cards and my action to help Nick, and he can do the same. And there's certain cards that if you're like, if this card is the one that kills it, then it's going to get a special thing, and it could do this, and then it triggers off of this one, and there's, like, different factions of cards that will play off of each other, so you kind of want to build your deck in a way that synergizes. And the more you play it, obviously, the better you're going to know what that is. But there's so many characters, and there's lots of different bosses, and
it looks cool. The box looks cool.
Yeah, it's super, super, super fun. I feel like I've discovered that I really enjoy card crafting. I haven't played John D. Clare's original.
I've been sitting here.
Is it Mystic Veil?
That is exactly what it is.
Okay. So I haven't played that. I'm sure I would love it, but we've recently played Ruins, which is a John D. Clare card crafting game. We have played Dead Reckoning, which is a card crafting game from John D. Clare, and then this. And I just think it's such a cool mechanic because it just makes the game so versatile. Because, like, each
one will be a little bit different.
Yeah, your card is going to be different every time you play because of the way that you upgrade it. And there's, like, 2 types of upgrade. Anyways, it's just great. I'm so excited to do a solo mode for it.
They have a bunch of expansion content.
Yeah, they sent us expansion. They sent me the playmat. I feel very appreciative of that because I just really, really, really want to get this to the table again. Actually, I think, it's a rogue-like.
That makes sense.
I don't know what it means. Roguelike momentum deck builder. To remind me, because there's roguelike, roguelite.
Roguelite is you keep your progression as you go. Roguelike is you, like, when you fail a run or whatever, you start from scratch.
Right. Yeah.
Progression doesn't carry over.
Yeah, so basically you're just trying to kill off the boss before they kill you. You've got your health tracker.
I'm sure someone's going to correct me on that.
Oh, I'm positive about it. Positive about it. Anyways, yeah, it's great. So if you've been curious about it, you want to try it, I would highly recommend it. And if you're like, I don't play solo games, I thought it played really well at 2, although I do think it would play best solo.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I think it's cool when
they give you the option.
They give you the option.
Yeah. I mean, you could play any solo
game
co-op.
Yeah.
Like,
that is completely true.
It's just this one actually gives both people something to do.
It's a difference between you're just collectively making decisions versus like each person having their own even minor amount of agency.
Right. Exactly. Cool. So that's Unstoppable. Love it. And those are 5 more games that we've been playing recently. Like I said, we just got a ton of games in the mail, and there's some that we're really excited to play.
Maybe, we can't. Oh.
We do a board game weekend, but it's tough. So this weekend, Jeff's parents are coming. Next weekend, we're doing a GaggleCon, so we will be playing.
That's actually fair.
I'm going to bring T-Witches to GaggleCon.
Yeah, we'll be playing a lot.
Oh, Rodney probably already has.
We'll be playing a lot in a couple weeks.
Playing a lot of games in a couple of weeks, which will be great. But yeah, at some point, again, we really want to do a board game weekend. We just need to get back into the habit, and with the cafe and life and everything.
I mean, I was sick for like 3 weeks.
Like, Jeff was literally on his deathbed for like 3 weeks. He's like, I have this. Now I have this. Now I have this.
This is how it happened. I got shingles at the end of our trip in Seattle.
He got it in Seattle. We thought it was a spider bite.
We got it in Seattle.
Was not.
That shingles ended up giving me a secondary infection called cellulitis that
was huge.
We didn't catch early.
We thought it was
just part of the shingles, and then I talked to a doctor, and he was like, "Nope, that's another infection, and it's not the same type of infection. So
one's viral, one's bacterial.
You need different meds." So then that happened, and then when I got over that, I got COVID.
Jeff's immune system.
And I just got my taste and smell back like 2 days ago.
Yeah, luckily I didn't get anything.
And that was a 3-week period.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. And it's just like...
And that was right after we got back from Seattle.
And he had fever.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
Nuts.
I wouldn't wish shingles on my absolute worst enemy.
Yeah, we thought it was a spider bite, and we made a lot... I made a lot of Spider-Man jokes.
She did.
Over the course of like the 2 days beforehand. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our life update. If you want to play games and chat and stuff, join the Discord because we're in there. We're doing stuff in there.
I've been trying to be more active in there. I feel like I've been succeeding.
Yeah. If you want to watch Jeff play retro video games, you could do that. You could subscribe to our other channel, Everyday Magic.
Yeah. If you like retro video games or just video games in general, come hang out.
Yeah.
Because nobody watches.
The chat's wild, though.
Nobody watches.
Chat's bumping. So 10 people watch at least.
I have 10 regulars.
Yeah, 10 regulars. Come watch and hang out. Really, we just hang out and watch Jeff play games. It's great.
I'm just there.
Jeff's just kind of there. Anyways, that is everything that we have for you. If you're interested in buying board games like any of the many that you've seen today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. For us, that is...
The Boardroom Game Cafe.
If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
Hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye!
Later.
Hello, everyone. Is the camera janked? It's fine. Hello, everyone. Which I find really hard not to say La Have because we are from a place where there's like a town over called La Have. It is. There's an R. There's an R. All right. Hold, please. Okay. Let's not do that again. Our microphone cut out, so we're going to go back one step. If you like simplistic deck building games,